Hello witches, I am High Priestess or Sephitis. This is, I feel, a very important pop-up live broadcast because witches normally are the target of everybody. This is not paranoia, it's a fact. Most people put a target on the backs of witches. Most people do not like witches. We know that witches have lots and lots and lots, and of course, lots of enemies. Now, how to get the target off your back when you are a witch? It's not easy to be a witch in today's society, even though we seem to live in modern day time. It's not easy to be a witch in 2023. But I'm going to tell you how to get the target off your back, because you need to get the target off your back, because no witch should be anybody's punching bag. It's not in the best interest of a witch to be anybody's punching bag. No, if you hit me, I am going to hit you back. I'm going to put you on the floor. The way you get the target off your back, especially for those witches who are a devotee of a god or a goddess or ancestor or a spirit animal or a familiar, is to worship those people. You're not worshiping your chosen god or goddess enough. You can't ask Hecate, because you know I am a devotee of Hecate. You can't ask Hecate to protect you from your enemies and you're not taking care of her altar. You can't do it. She's not going to do it. She's not going to add her strength to your own if you do not honor her. You can't just ask a god or goddess all the time for help and don't give something back in return. It may be as simple as changing the water on your chosen god or goddess's altar. Giving them money. I mean real money. That's the word for somebody. Listen, when you give your god or goddess money, it has to be real money. When I say real money, I mean that you don't spend that money ever. You never spend that money. I don't care if you are flat broke. If you offer your god or goddess money, real money from an actual bank, real money, not monopoly money, real true blue money, you do not spend it. No matter how bad your financial situation is, you do not spend it. If you have no money to eat, too bad. That's keeping it real. You do not spend that money, because it's an offering to your chosen god or goddess. Why are you taking it back from them? They won't hold it against you, but they're not going to be very willing to help you in the future when everything is sunshine and rainbows, when everything is all good. You have to take care of the god or goddess that you have chosen, and they will take care of you. It's not that witches are untouchable. It's that the people who touch you will get put on the floor by your god or goddess, because they protect their own. I have so many stories of Hecate coming to my rescue, to come into the rescue of other witches. So many stories I can share. You have to take care of your chosen god, goddess, ancestor, familiar, spirit animal. If you neglect them, they will neglect you. And they should. They come first. If you're serious about the craft, if you're serious about being a devotee of your chosen god or goddess, you will take care of them. You have to take care of your chosen god or goddess. This is how you get the target off your back. This is how you don't allow yourself to be bullied, talked about like a dog in the street, treated like a dog in the street. Aren't you tired of being mistreated? Aren't you tired of being abused? Aren't you tired of being made to feel small? Aren't you tired of being small? Of course you are. You get the target off your back by taking care of your chosen god or goddess. It's not that they are not listening, or they don't care, or they're leaving you to your own devices to figure it out on your own. No. But you have to take care of them. If you take care of your chosen god or goddess, ancestor, familiar, spirit animal, they will take care of you. If you do not, they will not take care of you. This is how you get the target off your back as a witch. I'm not saying that trouble won't come, but the trouble coming to your enemies who dares to touch a devotee of that chosen god or goddess will be extreme, and they will be put on the ground. They will feel that ground head first. They will feel that ground head first, as they must. As they must feel that ground head first. Because they have touched a devotee, in my case, of Hecate. Hecate always protects her own. Any god or goddess that you choose to work with, because it does not have to necessarily be Hecate. Listen, you don't have to, you're not required. Listen, you are not required to worship and praise and give honor to Hecate. You can choose. Hecate is not for everyone, okay? Hecate is not for everyone because she requires much. And some witches are not willing or just don't want to give much. And that's okay. If Hecate is not for you, then guess what? Hecate is not for you. And she is not going to hold it against you. Hecate is not a 16-year-old jealous girlfriend. Okay? You have to take care of your chosen god or goddess if you want to get the target off your back, if you happen to be a witch, because no witch should be going through life dealing with a bully. No witch should be somebody's punching bag. Can you imagine hitting a witch? Can you imagine touching a devotee of Aphrodite? Touching a devotee of Aries? Touching a devotee of Hecate? Touching a devotee of Athena? Give me a break. That's laughable. That's fucking stupid to do. That is fucking stupid to do. You must be a retard. And yes, I did say that live here on Instagram. You must be a retard to touch those devotees. You must be. There is no other way I can say that except like this. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real. That's the truth. You have to take care of your chosen god or goddess if you want to get the target off your back. You have to. If you take care of them, they will take care of you. I'm not saying that trouble will not come. I'm not saying that problems won't arise. But you won't go through those troubled times alone. You will not. And it will not be as bad as it should be because you take care of your chosen god or goddess. It's not enough to just put water on their altar and leave it there for 2 weeks. It's not enough to offer them real money. Yes, real money. I can't stress that enough. Some witches think that they can skate by putting money on a copy machine or printing pictures of money, real money, and putting it on the altar. It has to be real money. It can't be Photoshop money that you printed from the computer. It can't be Monopoly money. If it's going to be a true offering, let it be a true offering. It has to be real money. It has to be fresh water. It has to be fresh food. Don't give them your leftovers. Hecate does not want your leftover meatloaf. She don't want that shit. She don't. Give them fresh food. If you have to make a very small dinner, maybe like if you are a devotee of Aphrodite, you can make something that represents love. Maybe cupcakes, maybe chocolate hearts. That's easy. Anybody can figure that out. But it has to be a true offering. It can't be, oh, here's some water, here's some strawberries, here's some fake money. They don't want that shit. It has to be a true offering. You do not, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but you have to get this. You do not spend the money. You do not eat the food off the altar. You only pour out the water if it's been a week. You don't leave the water on there for 2, 3, going on a month now. Pour the water out. That's a word for somebody tonight. You have water on your altar that you have had now for a month. Pour it out. Pour it out tonight. Pour it out. Go into your wallet and give your chosen God or goddess real money. It does not have to be a $100 bill. I do $100. It can be coins, quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, as long as it's real money. Give what you can give, but make sure that it's real. Make sure that you are genuine with it. Make sure that you are authentic with it. Don't just do it just to check it off your to-do list. Don't ever put your God or goddess on a to-do list. They should be at the forefront of your consciousness. And when you do all this that I told you, the target on your back from any enemies, seen or unseen, any enemies that may be brewing, any enemies that might be around a corner, cannot touch you. I said cannot touch you. Because you are covered and protected by your chosen God or goddess. So that you do not have to go through life the hard way like everybody else who is not a witch. People go through life the hard way because they are not witches. People go through life the hard way because they are not witches. That's a personal choice. Therefore, they are not exempt from the consequences of that choice. Everybody has to make a choice. Everybody has to make a choice. Period. Life is not hard. Life is what you make it. Life is not hard. Life is what you make it. If you don't want to be a victim of abuse, may it be verbal or physical or sexual abuse, then take care of your chosen God or goddess. They will protect you because you have not neglected them. This is all facts. This is all the truth. A lot of witches find themselves deep in shit because they have neglected their God or goddess. If you don't meet your chosen God or goddess somewhere in the middle, then they will not appear at all because you have neglected them. You have to take care of your chosen God or goddess. You will see immediate change in your life. You will see immediate change in your life, and that you no longer are going through life the hard way. You do not have to have a big altar. Whatever you feel, whatever your chosen God or goddess and your intuition has told you that they want, put it on the altar. But just be aware that at some point they are going to ask you for money. Because money is something that you can't get back. I'm not saying your chosen God or goddess will tell you to burn money, but they want it on their altar, and they do not want you to spend it, no matter how bad you are financially ruined. If you don't have money to eat, too bad. Don't spend that $20. Your chosen God or goddess will find a way to put food on your plate. Your faith is in him or her. That's a fact. And yes, to answer this question before anybody asks this question, yes, you can worship more than one God or goddess. Okay? I know there's some confusion, but yes, you can worship more than one God or goddess if they work together. Like, for instance, I would not put Aries and Aphrodite together because they are polar opposites. One is love, one is the god of war. So I would not put Aries and Aphrodite together. I would, though, put Aries and Athena together. Aries is the god of war. Athena is the goddess of wisdom to win the war. It's a perfect combination. But yes, to answer this question before anybody asks it, yes, you can worship, praise, honor, revere more than one god or goddess. You can. But for me personally, is that I'm a devotee of Hecate, if you don't know. Hecate is my goddess that I work closely with. She was the one that told me to do this broadcast. That's why I'm here now. Take care of your chosen God or goddess, and they will take care of you. I'm telling you, they will put food on your plate, give you a full pantry, give you a full fridge. Hell, she'll give you a second fridge. So then you'll have 2 fridges full of food. But don't spend that $20 that you gave her last week. You know how much money I have on my altar for Hecate? Over $400. I think the exact amount that I have on my altar in terms of money for Hecate is about $425. And I have not spent it. That's her money. I don't touch that $425 that I have put on my altar for Hecate. That's her money. I don't spend it ever. Ever. And she always doubles it and gives it back to me. When you give an offering to your chosen God or goddess, they double it. When you are consistent, they triple it. They triple it. But you have to take care of them first. You can't neglect them. You cannot neglect them. They are deserving. If you are serious about being a witch, if you are serious about your chosen God or goddess, I mean seriously, genuinely, authentically serious about your chosen God or goddess, you will take care of them, and therefore they will keep the target off your back simply because you are a witch. They will take care of you if you take care of them. They will never leave you. They will never leave you to your own devices because they know that you are just a mere mortal. They know that. They know that. So clean up your altar, sweep it up, straighten it up, pour out that dirty water, throw out that food that's spoiled. You know what I'm talking about. Give them fresh water, give them fresh food, give them whatever they ask for. Find some way to get it. Do what you got to do. If your chosen god or goddess or ancestor or familiar or spirit animal wants something, figure it out to put it on your altar for them. Figure it out. You're a witch. You're not stupid by nature. You will find a way to make that happen. This was a very, very important broadcast that I had to stream it live. Because witches are more targeted than any other group on earth. It's not the Christians that are prosecuted mostly. It's not the Jews. It's not the Muslims. It's witches. Oh, how can you compare, between the four of you? Did you hear what I said? It is witches that are most prosecuted. No, witches are not, playing the victim game or playing the blame game. Witches are telling you the truth. Simple as that. Simple as that. And witches are no longer going to be target of abuse, of mistreatment, of being treated like a piece of shit. Witches are no longer going to stand for being treated like a piece of shit. That's over with. It's been over. Not every witch, as we know, is love and light and nice and kind and compassionate. Fuck that shit and fuck those people. And that's being real. We are the new witches, and we have to begin to act accordingly. Acting accordingly means taking care of our chosen god or goddess, so that we do not become somebody's punching bag because we have a target on our back. I would never let somebody mistreat me or abuse me. Never. They wouldn't even get that far in a relationship with me. That would never happen to me. Never. Because I trust Hecate. I take care of her altar. I am a devotee of Hecate, the queen of witches. And she always protects me and other devotees as well from enemies seen and unseen. Simply because I clean up her altar, and because I take care of her, and because I don't spend the money that she asks of me. And you witches have to start taking care of your chosen god or goddess, so that the target on your back, simply because you are a witch, is taken off. I've never said that trouble won't come, but it won't be as bad for you as the average person. Because witches are not average. We're not. We're not. We are the best. That's not being arrogant. That's the truth. It might sound cold and arrogant and cocky, but it's true nonetheless. And I'm going to say it just like it is. Just like it is. No apologies. Not changing anything I've said. I said this a million times. Witches are the voice of this generation. I said this before. There's coming a day when the crucifix, the cross, is going to be discarded, just like the Nazi swastika. That sounds horrible to say. That sounds arrogant and cocky. I don't care. It's the truth. It's the truth. And if you are a witch, you will accept this truth and not go on your merry way and continue to have a target on your back because you just take care of your god or goddess when you feel like it. No, you can't just take care of your chosen god or goddess, familiar, ancestor, spirit animal, familiar, whenever you feel like it. Just do the shit already. Change the damn water. Throw out the plate of food. You've had that food out on that altar for a month. Throw it out. Dig a little deeper in your purse or your wallet. And maybe you need to give bigger bills. Maybe giving your chosen God or goddess $1 is not enough. They want more money. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have more money. They want more money. And no, this is not about, it's all about money. If your chosen God or goddess tells you that they want $50, figure it out. Figure it out how to get them a real $50 bill or an amount of money that leads up to $50. Figure it out. And like I said, play money, monopoly money, money that you have printed off the computer, that won't work. They don't want that shit. They want the real thing. If it's a true offering to your chosen God or goddess, let it be a true offering to your chosen God or goddess. Don't give them fake shit. Your chosen God or goddess will never tell you, I want a Gucci bag. I want a Birkin bag. What the fuck they gonna do with a Gucci bag and a Birkin bag? They're not going anywhere. They're with you. They're not going to the Met Gala. They're not going to the Grammys or the Oscars to show off their Birkin bags and Gucci bags. They want something that will affect you, which means giving out real food, real money, clean, fresh water. It doesn't even have to be water. It can be tea or wine or beer, but mostly water, because sometimes your chosen God or goddess will tell you a particular wine or tea or soda that they want, and they may be out of stock at the store, so you can give them water as a replacement, but don't leave the old water there just because you're too lazy to pour it out, and give them fresh water. What happens if your chosen God or goddess wants, let's say, sparkling water? Then go get them sparkling water then. They could want orange juice or apple juice. Go get it. Especially if you're not even old enough to buy alcohol legally, you can give them water. They'll take that. They won't fight you on that. You can give them water. You can give them things in terms of food, such as bread. Like Hikata, she loves garlic. She loves onions. She loves chocolate. You can give them fruit like grapes, tangerines, pomegranate, pears, slices of pineapple. If they want meat, make sure you cook the meat. Don't put raw meat on your altar. You will, draw roaches. Make sure you cook the meat. Cook the meat to the temperature that they told you to cook it to. They want that steak medium rare. Figure out how to do it. They're not going to accept it if it's well done, because that's not what they asked you for. They asked you for a medium well steak, not a well done steak. Okay? Please listen to them and do what they tell you to do. So when you add to their altar, they will add onto your bosom. They will add back onto you. They will double it. They will triple it. If you are consistent, they will continually triple it, triple it, triple it. And you will see that target on your back get smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually it's gone. And you will hear It will be known to you about enemies that have relented, enemies that have died. Yes, your chosen God or goddess can kill an enemy off if they do not relent. Absolutely. You think your chosen God or goddess won't kill for you? Actually kill a person for you? Of course they will. That sounds pretty harsh to say, but it's true nonetheless. It's true nonetheless. If you take care of your chosen God or goddess, they will take care of you. And you will not find yourself going through life the hard way like everybody else who is not a witch. Life is not hard. It's not hard if you simply change the water on your ancestor's altar, on your altar for your God or goddess, a familiar or spirit animal. It's not hard. It's not hard. But you have to stay consistent with it. And you will see it be returned to you. You will see yourself favored triple. The target on your back will be gone if you take care of your chosen God or goddess. If you do not take care of them, they will not take care of you, and they shouldn't either. Do not put your chosen God or goddess, on a to-do list. Do not do that. Prioritize them. When you prioritize your chosen God or goddess, they will prioritize you. They will. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. They will give unto you if you give unto them. And this is our lesson for tonight. How to get the target off your back when you are a witch. So you no longer are a victim of abuse. You are no longer going through life the hard way, struggling, crying yourself to sleep every night. Aren't you tired of crying all the damn time? Aren't you tired of being a crybaby? Of course you are. If you are, this video is for you. It was a little harsh, a little tough with you. But I didn't say anything that was wrong or misleading. Trust what I said. Trust what the high priestess tonight has said. And you will see real significant and permanently positive change through witchcraft, which is the only definition of witchcraft. So thank you, witches, for joining me here live. Of course, I will leave this up for the replay. If you came on late, do share this broadcast in your stories or repost it and tag me so I can see it. When you repost my content on my live streams, it puts me onto the explore page to reach more witches so they too can be informed that they do not have to go through life the hard way, that they can have real significant and permanently positive change through witchcraft. So with that being said, thank you, witches, once again, and I now release you into the rest of your evening. Bye, everyone.